Good morning, true crime friends. How you doing? Look, there is no new case for us to talk about today, but you know who's in the news? These Murdoch jurors. We need to talk about these Murdoch jurors this morning because let me tell you something. They are working my last good nerves, my very last one. But first, you know what you need to do? Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps other people find us. So look, I have an entire Murdoch playlist. Oh yes, I was there for all of the trials. I was there for Russell Laffitte. I covered it live on this channel. I was there for, of course, you know I was there for the Murdoch trial. Honey, I was obsessed with this Alec Murdaugh trial. Now look, if you don't know who Alec Murdaugh is, I can't help you. I can't help you. I'm gonna give you a very, very brief overview, right? So there was this dude down in South Carolina, and he had many generations of like law enforcement in his family. He was a lawyer, very prominent, very rich, very crooked, and he was out here doing terrible things. And then he stole a bunch of money from his clients, and he unfortunately unalived his wife and his son, right? And then a jury down there in Colleton County, which apparently is the Low Country, found him guilty of unfortunately unaliving his wife and child, and then he got sentenced to 2 life sentences. But wait, there's more. He also got convicted of all these financial crimes. And so for the financial crimes, he got sentenced to like a whole bunch of years in federal prison. But first, he has to serve his state time. And as we know, well, listen, if you follow true crime, could you please stop squeaking that toy? These dogs. Okay, as we know, if you're gonna go to prison, which I personally do not recommend, 0 stars, terrible Yelp reviews, the whole thing. People who are gonna go to prison anyway, prefer federal prison to state prison. I don't know why. All prison sounds terrible to me, child. I'm not built for prison, but that's just me. So when maybe look, if you built for prison, good for you. I'm not about that prison life. So Alec would rather go to federal prison than go to state prison. Okay, boo-boo, it's still prison. You still gonna be there for the rest of your life. So a year ago, Alec Murdaugh was on trial. And it was like the trial of the century if you're from South Carolina. If you're from the rest of the world, you're like, okay, this is a big trial, but like not the end of the world. So anyway, big trial takes place. It lasts for 6 weeks. Everybody followed it breathlessly, including me. I'll link the playlist in the description of this video. But now, a year later, a couple of the jurors have come out and they're like, I don't know if we should have convicted him. What? I was there for the trial. I saw the evidence. And truthfully, I followed the podcast. I read Mandy Madney's book. I read Valerie Borline's book. I follow everything, all things Murdoch. I read the article in People Magazine. Will People Magazine steer me wrong? I think not. So he was rightfully convicted. Everybody know he unfortunately unalived his wife and child. That's not even a question. Now look, Alec is now saying, or these jurors are now saying, I think the clerk of court, her name is Rebecca some other child. You know I'm not good with names. Courthouse Becky down there in Colleton County. She might have improperly influenced the jury. And I'm like, how did she improperly influence you? So there was like a secondary hearing with Judge Toal. And Judge Toal was like, okay, look, I don't have time for your mess. I got a golf game to get to. I'm a retired judge. I know what I'm doing. I used to be a Supreme Court justice here in the state of South Carolina. Now get your behinds in here and I got some questions for you. And I was like, yes, Judge Toal. I am here for all of it. Girl, ask your questions. And so the prosecuting attorney, Clayton Waters, and the defense attorney, Alec's defense attorney, Dick Harpootlian, were like, okay, Judge Toal, blah, blah, blah. Now listen, for those keeping score at home, nobody likes Dick Harpootlian. I started calling him Poop Poop, but some people in my comments were offended that I called him Poop Poop. And to that I say, so? And it's my channel, child. If you don't like what I call people, then I encourage you to watch something else. You over here in the gossip rumor and innuendo world, so have a seat and enjoy the show. So anyway, Dick Harpootlian, who is known to be a gas bag, stood up and we blogged, Your Honor, and Judge Toal was having none of his mess, not a drop. She was like, Poop Poop, sit down. I was like, yes, Judge Toal. So Judge Toal called in all the jurors and one by one was like, hey, juror girl, how you doing? And they gave them all letters, A, B, C, Q, X, whatever. They didn't put them in order. They just gave them letters, right? I said numbers. The judge gave them letters. Like, juror Y, did the clerk of court influence you improperly? And juror Y was like, what? Nah, of course not. One by one, they go through all these jurors. Then they get to juror Z. And she was just like, I feel like that Courthouse Becky, the clerk of court, she improperly influenced me. And Judge Toal was like, really, girl? Well, tell me how. And this woman did not have words. Is English her second language? She felt like she was improperly influenced. She cannot exactly say how or why. What, ma'am? What? Why are we? Okay. Even when she spoke in the hearing in front of Judge Toal, I was like, they didn't show her face. They didn't show anything. I was like, she's not super articulate. I mean, not everybody is loquacious like me. Yes, this I understand. That lady probably does not even understand the word loquacious. It means you talk too much. Anyway, so I was like, okay, so this lady, Juror Z, does not have all the best words. But okay, she feels like she was influenced. Ma'am, can you tell us how? She couldn't. She couldn't. Basically, her answer was vibes. And I was like, okay. In case you don't know, that's not how any of this works. Miss Becky looked at me and I feel like she wanted me to vote a certain way because Miss Becky said, watch his actions and watch what he says. Okay. Aren't you supposed to do that with all the jurors? Like even Alex Murdoch, even the forensic people, the police, you're supposed to watch their actions and watch what they say. And she's like, when he said that, when Courthouse Becky said that, I felt like she wanted me to say he was guilty. Ma'am, how did you get that from watch his actions? How did you get, I think he wanted me to say Alex was guilty. I don't understand this lady. And I was like, okay, she might be a little bit of a dim bulb. You know how some people are like a few sandwiches short of a picnic? This lady, she don't got no blanket. She don't got a basket, no slices of meat, no cheese. She don't got nothing. She's everything short of a picnic. But okay, I'm not going to talk bad about this lady. I also know her government name, but I'm not going to use her government name because I'm not trying to put her out here like this. Although she put herself out here like this by going on court TV. And I saw her interview on the court TV earlier this morning. And I was like, well, wait. Okay, Juror Z, she is coming forward to say she has doubts. I still have doubts. Okay. I have doubts about why you're doing this interview. But okay, ma'am, I would like to hear you out. Please go ahead and speak. And Julie Grant, bless her heart, down there on the court TV said, okay, why do you have doubts? And she was like, what? Could you rephrase the question? I'm not clear. Juror Z, girl. Now listen, I know about the Murdoch's history down there in South Carolina, and word on the street is that for many generations, the Murdochs have been buying off jurors. Back in the day, if you sat on a Murdoch jury, then you basically was guaranteed to get yourself a new house. You find the way the Murdochs wanted, and then all of a sudden you moving into a better neighborhood. You going from a single wide to a double wide, whatever. You filling up your car real full at the Walmart. Oh no, they don't have a Walmart down there because that's how small this county is. I got you. The Menards or whatever else you got. Down to the Piggly Wiggly, you get 2 baskets of groceries. Okay, cool. So in this day and age, you can't be bribing people like that. But here's the thing. Dick Harpootlian and the gang, all of Alex's defense team, in my opinion, allegedly, according to me, based on no based on no evidence. Child, I just feel this in my spirit. I think that Juror Z is kind of a weak link, and they might have slipped her a little something to help her have doubts. She's not saying he didn't do it because they had that big giant mountain of evidence that proved that he did it. That notwithstanding, she's like, I have doubts, and maybe her doubts are enough to maybe get Alec a new trial. Okay, cool. But, ma'am, you can't tell us why you have doubts. You have none of the words to explain what your doubts were. She's like, I'm just not sure. Now, is this lady soon gonna go from a single wide to a double wide? I'm asking for myself. Even if they can't buy her like a whole new house or whatever, how much you want to bet she suddenly got a 60-inch TV? Before she was watching on a 13-inch black and white in her kitchen with no internet access, and now she got a 60-inch full color with the all 4D, 4G, high definition, all the things. Okay. Okay. And when she was on the court TV, she had her phone and it was real close to her face. All you could see was like a little square of background around her. Ma'am, could you give us a wide shot? I would like to see where this is being filmed from. I have questions. You got new furniture, you got new carpet, you got 3 new dogs over there. What's happening? Me personally, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, I think Juror Z got paid off. You ain't heard it from me. You know this is not the news. You just here for Gossip Chow, and I am here to bring you the gossip, the rumor, and the innuendo of the entire situation. As an aside, this slightly unrelated, you know that Dick Harpootlian is the one who named this channel. The reason that this channel has its name is from the Murdoch trial. Roll your mind back to a year ago, right? And I was sitting here minding my own business, minding other people's business, gossiping and on the internet and watching the Murdoch trial. And I was like, this channel needs a name. I don't know what the name is going to be. And then I turn on the court TV and I hear Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin, those defense attorneys, say, we are not here for gossip, rumor, and innuendo. And I thought to myself, we're not? That's the best part of any trial. That's what I want to know about. Yeah, yes, I want to know about the facts. Yes, I want to see the evidence. But basically, I'm here for the gossip, the rumor, and the innuendo. Oh, that's a good name for a channel. And then next thing you know, boom, a gossip, rumor, and innuendo LLC. You can't sue me. Anyway, all I'm saying is that I got my eye on this Juror Z, who does not have a lot of words to explain why she feels the way she feels. She's like, in the jury room, I was under pressure. Yeah, because there was 11 other people who were like, seemed like he did it. And she was just like, okay, I'm going to go with what they say because I don't have a strong personality and I just flow with the wind and whatever everybody else says, that's what I'm going to say. Listen, if she lived in a bigger place, in my opinion, there is a 100% chance that she would end up in a cult. Not because there's anything wrong with her, but just some people are just like, okay, that's what we're doing now. Okay, that's what we're doing now. Y'all need to keep her safe because don't let no cults come through town. Don't let her get brainwashed on the internet or whatever. Also, I don't think a full wash would be necessary. A light rinse would get it, dip her in something. She's like, that's what we think. That's what I think now. So now a year later, she has doubts in a 60-inch TV, in my opinion. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Girl, please. Look, now, the egg juror is coming out with a new book. Okay, egg juror, what you got to say? Ma'am, you didn't deliberate. So why are you talking? She feels like the Miss Becky had her kicked off the trial. She's like, Becky, Courthouse Becky, whose last name still escapes me, does not want me on this in the jury panel because she thinks that I am going to say that Alex didn't do it. Ma'am, how would she know that? Is Courthouse Becky a mind reader? I don't. Egg juror, you got a ticklish brain. You need to spend a little time down at the nervous hospital. Listen, we're not going to judge you for that. Sometimes people need to go to the nervous hospital. Also, sometimes people need to make a little bit of extra cash. And so I understand that maybe you just need to, maybe you trying to get you a 60-inch TV and a triple wide. Child, I don't know. But the egg juror is like, I think Miss Becky did not want me on the jury, on the panel that was going to deliberate. Now, did I go out here and mention this trial to my ex-husband, my neighbors, and some people in the neighborhood? Yes. Did the judge say don't talk about the case and I was out here talking about the case? Yes. But that notwithstanding, I mean, just because I broke the rules, that does not mean that I should not be on this case. And so I am upset about the way that Courthouse Becky spoke about me in her book. Okay. You mad at the way you were portrayed, and so you gonna write your own book. Okay, good for you. Now listen, when her book comes out, I will read it, assuming it's an audiobook and it's not dull and it's well written. I have standards. I read Mandy Madney's book, Blood on Their Hands. Ooh, excellent book. I read Valerie Borline's book, The Devil at His Elbow, The Devil at Your Elbow. Something about the devil in elbows, child. I don't know. That book was so good. So good. Ooh, deeply researched, well read, beautifully written. That book that book is gonna win awards and stuff like that. Beautifully written. Both of those books, Mandy Madney's book came out first. Had all the details. Mandy had all that good. Mandy is the one who broke this story wide open, y'all. You know I'm a Mandy Matney fan. Oh, I love me some Miss Mandy. So, I read Mandy Matney's book first, twice, listened to it on an audiobook while I was on a cruise. Child, I was up on the Lido deck like, shh, all y'all need to turn down that conga music because I'm listening to Mandy Matney read her book. Oh, it was good. And I loved it. Loved it. Followed her podcast, the whole thing. And now a year later, Valerie Borline has come out with her book about the Murdoch trial, The Devil at His Elbow. The Devil at His Elbow? I don't know. It's something about the devil at elbows is all I know. Deeply researched, beautifully written, also unputdownable. Now, she gave us all the same information that Mandy Matney gave us in a different, slightly different format, but just beautifully written. Now, there was a couple little tidbits of extra information, not that much. If you read Mandy's book, you already know everything about this case. Make no mistake about it. You got all the details if you read Mandy's book. If you read Valerie Borline's book, honey, now look, this is gonna be a book spoiler. So if you don't want a book spoiler, it's a tiny book spoiler. But then a virtue is or something like that. Skip forward by 15 seconds. Turned out one of the Murdochs, I forget which one, one of the busters had an outside baby. He had an outside baby, and he tried to have the mistress, unfortunately unalive. But the hitman fell asleep. How the hitman gonna fall asleep? Got drunk, fell asleep, and forgot to shoot the lady. What? What are y'all doing, South Carolina? I do not understand. So, okay. He forgot to unfortunately unalive the lady, and then y'all ain't take a second try. I don't think he should have, but I'm just saying, what in the backwoods nonsense is happening down there in South Carolina? So the lady went on, had her baby, and the baby was raised to full adulthood, and then became a lawyer, and is still alive today. What? You know who I want a book from? The Outside Baby. The Outside Baby Chronicles. That's what it should be called because I want that book. Anyway, there was another tidbit. Yeah, you know I forgot what it was because, I read that book like last week and my brain is filled with other things. Look, I need to get on with the rest of my day. My house is a construction zone right now. Things have gone crazy. We don't have ice in the house. I'm forced to drink tap water. I had a tap water latte for breakfast this morning. So I have to get out here in these streets and get me some real ice and some real ice lattes and everything because good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, the construction is going to be finished at my house next week. But in the meantime, y'all have a great day. Okay. I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm worn out, I need real coffee. Please get out there, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.